should have this circuit in front of us. Can everybody see this circuit? So this is the circuit of the basic current mirror. Now what we will do is, just see here, we will open this and open a new file. So say new schematic, and then you go to your current mirror and copy the first circuit. So go use the copy option and let us copy the first circuit. Even if you pick up the .op, it's fine. So we'll copy, go to the circuit here and just paste it. And what we will do is, we will view it in this way. We'll view it in this way. Now, here in the same circuit, I'll just zoom in a bit. And what we will do is, we will again copy this particular circuit and replicate it on this side. So I have replicated it. Again I am saying okay. Now, last time we had seen cascoding in our class, and we said that cascoding overcomes the effect of channel length modulation. So what we will do here is, first we will put cascode transistor. So I am cutting this, which we will require. So we will just I am taking this M4, replicating it here. Again I am taking it M3, replicating it here. So what we are doing is, we replicated the circuit which is below, and in doing so, what we have actually done is, we have made the cascode device. Now, one question to you all, so you should answer this in the chat box. Out of M4, M3, M5 and M6, which is a cascode device? Out of M3, M4, M5 and M6, which device is a cascode device? So please answer in the chat box. Which device is the cascode device? Karthik, can you hear me? Tanay, can you hear me? Parth?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So out of M3, M4, M5, M6, which device is the cascode device? We have done that last time. So again we need to do some ground connection. So what we are doing is, we are connecting the cascode transistor. Okay, and Even a cascode transistor requires a current source. So we will just copy this current source here and move this slightly at the top. So just start doing this with me. Okay. And now comes the connections. So we have two current mirrors now. One is a cascade current mirror and one is a normal current mirror. Both are having the same value. Both are having 1 milliampere current source. But what is special is that the cascade current mirror is unaffected by channel length modulation. That is something special. So we will go here and just pick up this line for our own sake. So we are working with the same APTO. All our calculations will remain the same. Absolutely no change. And then we can just write here a name to this experiment. That is, we can write comparison okay, Parth and Shubham have given the answer M3 and M6. No, M3 and M6 are not cascade device. Only M6 is a cascade device. Okay, only M6 is a cascade device. Comparison between we can just have the name here at the top, and if you wish, now what you will ensure is that the W by L of each transistor will be 20 upon 0.1. So for all transistors, M1, M2, M3, M4, everything should be 20 upon 0.18. Do not forget that mu there. This will be 20 it doesn't matter, everything is microfarad in this. So just ensure that everything is 20 microfarad. So this is 60, make it 20, and that can come because we copied something from the previous thing. So when you copy something, you should ensure that the values are all right. This 20 microfarad, okay. This might be 60. So make it 20 upon 0.1. Now the main game here is the channel length modulation parameter. So in this line, what we will do is now, PO is 0.5, so here we will write lambda. Use the key word is lambda, LAMBDA. Lambda equal to 0.0 with lambda is 0.05. So you can see this nomenclature here at the top, and once you are done with this, let us save this as something. I'll save it as code. My screen has freeze. Shubham, my voice is audible, right? I'll reshare the screen.
Yes.
Shubham, can you unmute and talk, please?
Yes. So the voice is audible.
My voice is proper. Now I have reshared the screen. Can you again check whether you can see or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you see the movement of my cursor on your screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now there are these two dot OPs got copied, so only one dot OP is enough. So yeah. So we can move this dot OP from here to here at the top. So we know what all things we are measuring. Yeah. So once you all are done with this circuit, first you will post this circuit in the chat box. So we want to have this first on our simulators, and then only we will go ahead. Please put this in your chat box. Once you are done, just write done in the chat box. Any doubts, you can directly unmute and ask.
So,
Yes, Shubham.
so can you please once again repeat what length and width we have to give to the transistor?
Yeah, so the length of all transistors have to be 20 microfarads, 20 micron. Length has to be 20 micrometers, and width has to be 0.1 minute. I will just show you that. So I am right clicking on this transistor. So to start with, in our first part, one minute. So you right click on a transistor. So you right click on a transistor. Width always has to be more than the length. Width should always be more than the length. So if length is 1, for example, then width should always be more than double of length. Width should always be more than double of it. So it can be triple, it can be 4 times, it can be 10 times, but it can even be 100 times. But minimum it has to be 2 times. So you can see in width I have written 20 micro. Micro means 20 and U. And in the length I have written 0.18 micron. So actually what is this 0.18? So this is a technology in IC design. It is called as orbit technology. It is an old technology, but it was in use before. So what we are actually doing is we are designing a current mirror using orbit technology, where length of each transistor is 0.18 microns, and to adjust the current we are only changing the width. So L of all transistors M1, M2, M3, M4, M5 and M6 will be 0.18 microns, and the width of all transistors to start with will be 20 microns. Is it clear, Shubham?
Yes, sir.
Now, after some time, we will have questions like how to double the current, how to make the current half. So we will see, we will change only the width, but we will never ever change the length, because changing the length at IC level is like changing the mask, and one mask requires $1 million. So changing the length is like a company level decision at Intel or AMD. Designers do not have the liberty to change length very easily, but what they can change is width. So please make this circuit and post in the chat box. Everybody should make the circuit. Okay, Yash. Yash, after that lambda, just put a bracket.
Yes,
Lambda
sir.
equal to 0.05. Complete that bracket. Otherwise, sometimes it doesn't run. Okay, Pragati. Harsh, yes. Please ensure that you are putting the .op command in the simulation itself. .op command. Okay. Now let's go ahead and see.
Hello,
Now
sir.
I am simulating this circuit. Yes.
Sir, I had a curiosity that why is it so that the length of the transistor is not changed? I mean, why is it a company level decision? Why is it
Yeah.
cost so much?
So I'll tell you. Now this is something pretty advanced, but anyway, since there is a question, I will tell you that. So to make the transistors, there are some techniques, there are some processing steps. So some of the processing steps are metallization, then we have something called as oxidation, Then we have something called as photolithography. So you must have heard about calligraphy. Calligraphy is writing in an artistic way on paper with pen. And lithography means writing on stone. Litho means stone. Graphy means art of making something, creating something on a stone. So in this case, the stone is silicon substrate or silicon dioxide substrate. So to do this, writing on stone with light is called as photolithography. So this light that we use are generally xenon flashlights, which are very expensive, and they do not diffract from the edges. So this light should not diffract, because if the light diffracts, then we do not get a exact length that we want on the for the MOSFET. So these techniques, if I plan to change the length, these techniques are based, or these methods or these processes are based on the length of the device. They are not based on the width of the device, but they are based on the length of the device. And that is the reason why what companies tell us is that, okay, once you fix the length, if you want to like double the current, or if you want to tweak something, or if you want to change the gain or change the bandwidth, what you can change is width, not the length, because changing the length is like changing something in the process. So you might have to use a light source with a different frequency. Basically, that is a cost to the company. Changing the equipment is a cost. And that is why with whatever existing equipment you can make, you make. And if the limits are reached there also, then only we move from one technology to another technology. So basically these processes depend on the length of the transistor, and changing the length is like changing the process. So changing the process requires money. So for example, I will tell you that if you want to cut silicon dioxide, then the cutting tool requires a diamond blade cutter. Okay, the cutting tool requires a diamond blade cutter. So that diamond blade cutter itself will cost something like $500 crore. $500 crore. So if you try to change it, if you try to alter the dimension, then these equipments also need to change, and that is basically a cost. So more on this probably in a subject called as VLSI design in semester 6. But as on date, I can tell you this much, that if you change the length, then your process changes, which is the cost. Is it okay, Mandar?
Yes, sir.
So maybe side by side you can search in Google the keywords, that is photolithography, and you write photolithography plus cost. So what is the cost of the machine? So at IIT Bombay in INUP center, that is Indian Nano User Select Program building, there they have machines to do photolithography. So those machines cost 5 crores, 6 crores, like that. Okay, so I can see that everybody has started posting. Now we will run the simulation. Okay. Now you can see here, see the transistors M1 and M2. Check for ID M1 and check for ID M2. So you can see from below here, ID M1 is 0.001 and ID M2 is 0.0019. So you can identify that here very well. This is ID M1 and here we have ID M2. So you can see ID M1 and ID M2 are not same. ID M1 and ID M2 are not same. Now let us see ID M4 and M3. You can see here, this is M4 and this is M3. So you can see ID M4 and M3 are pretty close to each other. They are pretty close to each other. Now let us increase, let us make channel length modulation more severe. Let us make channel length modulation more severe. So instead of 0.5, let me double of 0.05, that is 0.1. Lambda, you can see now, is 0.1. I have doubled the value of lambda. Now I am again simulating this. Now again you check what happens to M1 and what happens to M2. And again you check what happens to M3 and M4. So you can see here ID M1 is 0.013 and here it is ID M2 is 0.01, whereas if you see ID M3 and M4, it is 0.00100 and M4 is 0.001. So you can see that the change in the current in a cascade current mirror is less as compared to that in a basic current mirror, which means cascade current mirror is immune to the effect of channel length modulation. Now we will make the channel length modulation even more severe. We will make it as 0.05. We will increase it by 5 times. Now from 0.1 we are moving to 0.5. Now again you can see here ID M1. This is ID M1. You can see ID M1 has become 0.02. ID M2 is 0.01. So even if the widths are same, my currents are different. That means my mirroring got affected like anything in basic current mirror. But when I look at ID M4, this is 0.01, and if you look at ID M3, it is still 0.010. That means cascade current mirror has the ability to overcome channel length modulation. That means if you plan to make smaller transistors, so Mandar asked me why we cannot change the length. So I would say that okay, now there is a company level decision that we have to make the length smaller. But the moment you make the length smaller, the channel length modulation parameter will become significant and the mirroring gets affected. So when you plan to change the length, that is when you try to make it small, we should also ensure that we use circuits who do not get affected by channel length modulation. So through this experiment, we can conclude that even if lambda increases, cascade current mirrors are copying the currents properly. However, the mirroring gets affected in case of basic current mirror circuits. So this is the moral of the story. Now, what you will do is, I want to double the current in the mirror, and I want to half the current in the mirror. So you will change the width of the transistors in the mirror circuits accordingly and design the circuit and show me the values using .op command. So that is what you will do. Now first, before you do that, I want you all to observe ID M1, ID M2. ID M1 must be equal to ID M2 and ID M3 must be equal to ID M4. But as lambda increases, ID M1 and ID M2, they go out of focus, that is they become unequal, whereas ID M3 and M4 continue to remain close to each other even if lambda value increases. So that is the thing that you will observe first and post the outputs in the chat box. So I am waiting. So you will post the outputs for lambda equal to 0.01, for lambda equal to 0.05, then for lambda equal to 0.1 and for 0.5. So 0.01, 0.05, 0.1 and 0.5. So for these four values of lambda, you will measure ID M1, ID M2, ID M3 and ID M4. Yes. Any doubts, you can unmute and ask me. Shruti, Suman, Yash, everybody. Now I want to see the circuit and the spice parameters. Yes, yes. This is okay. Yes, Shubham, this is also okay. Now those who have finished the first part, they should try to double the current in the mirror and see whether mirroring gets affected or not. Okay, Ritika. Yes. Ritika, output is okay. Sumant, your output is okay. Shruti. Okay, your output is okay. Good. Now try to double the current in the mirror. So in the reference circuit we have 1 milliampere. In the mirror circuit we should have 0.5 milliamperes. Okay, Sumant, Shruti, correct. Yes, Shruti, this output is correct. I think you showed me this before. Now try to double the current in the mirror. Did you get it, Shruti? So what will you do to double the current in the mirror? You will make the width, you will change the width from 20 to 40. Yes. Harsh, okay. Let's check yours. Okay, that is good enough. Harsh. Okay. So everybody just see on the screens. See on your screen now. What I am doing is, so initially what you do is, let's name it like this. Let's write W by 20 microns by 0.18 microns for all the transistors. So in the first case, the W by L of each and every transistor the W by L of each and every transistor is 20 by 0.18 and here I would write current reference equal to current in mirror. So current in reference, here reference is M1 first case and current in mirror is M2, is M1 and M2 reverse the other way around. And as far as this is concerned, the second one, so in the circuit only you write it instead of writing it somewhere else. So we'll just copy this. So I'm just putting it here. So as far as this is concerned, here the reference transistors are so here we have M4, comma, I are the reference transistors, and M6 are the so this is our basic current source, and here we have so I want you all to save the file in this way. So when you will put the results in the journal, I should come to know that the W by L of each and every transistor is this way. So now we will save this, and I'll save this as open this once again, and I'll save as basic underscore cascode underscore 1. And in this circuit, now what I'll do is, see here, I'll instead of 20 in the mirror, I'll make it 40, and even in M3 and M6 I will make it as 40. Shubham, just a time check, can you hear me properly?
Yes, sir.
Now here also M3 and M6 will change it to 40. So accordingly you change the nomenclature also. So here this would become 40, and in this 40 again. So this is our circuit number 2, and this we have to see for different values of lambda. Let's start with 0.05. So this is our circuit number 2. Now I am just simulating this. Now let's observe that in this circuit, IDM1 is 0.02 and the reference is 0.01. So fine, but we are expecting only 0.02, that 0.23 is coming more. So actually I am expecting 1 milliampere, but I am getting 2.3 milliamperes. I am expecting only 2 milliamperes. So there is a 0.3 milliamperes difference. Whereas if you see here, IDM4, this is 0.01 and IDM3 is 0.020. So this is 1 milliampere, this is 2.002 milliamperes, which is almost 2 milliamperes only. So I would say that under the given channel length modulation parameter, the mirroring in the cascode mirror current mirror is much better than that of the basic current mirror. So now everybody will post the outputs like this with the proper nomenclature. Now in this circuit, what we have done here is this. So current in reference is half of, or I'll say double, half of current in mirror. So this is the second circuit. Now you will change the values of lambda from, so change, or I'll see the change of value of currents for lambda equal to 0.01, 0.05, 0.1, 0.5. Now you can see I doubled the width, but I did not change the length. Mandar, can you note that?
Yes, sir.
So as far as simulation is concerned, I can actually change the length, but as a designer, when you start working in a fab or something, then you are not allowed to change the length. So the next part is this. Come on, quickly take down this. Okay, Shubham, I can see your output. Okay, so Shubham has named everything properly. So I am just making the third circuit now. I'm just saving it as some circuit. And here the objective is now this is what we want to do now. That current in reference should be double of current in mirror. Now here we will make this as 10. Now why we are naming it is because those values of WL are not visible on the outside. And now you actually change the WL. I am making it 10. Now you simulate this thing and you can see here that this is 0.059, this is 0.01, this is 1 milliampere, this is 0.5, it should be 0.5 but it is 0.59, whereas here if you see this is 1 milliampere and M3 is 0.05, 0.5 milliamperes. Okay. So this is the next circuit that I want to see. Yes, Yash, correct. Yash, show me the circuit also, because from these values I am not able to find out actually. Everybody should draw the circuit systematically. In the exam also there are marks for being systematic. Yes. Yes, Rucha correct. Answer is correct. Harsh, your answer is also correct. Good. Go for the third circuit now. and try seeing all this for different values of lambda. First you start with smaller values of lambda, then you go to the higher values of lambda. Yes, your output is correct. Yes, if there are any doubts, please unmute and ask. Krishna Prasad, are you getting it? Kethi, are you able to follow? So we have to do 3 circuits. In the first circuit, the W by L of all the transistors is the same. In the second circuit, the mirror transistors are having double the width of reference, and in the third circuit, the mirror transistors are having half the width of reference. Okay, Harsh, let me see. Yes, correct. Harsh, good, very good. So the way Harsh has shown us the output, uh, somewhat like this. I would like to see the output this way, that circuit and the values right next to. Okay, good. Okay, Ritika also has done it properly. Good, we are getting 0.5. Let's see Dhruwali's output. Dhruwali, what is your lambda? 0.05. Okay. Okay, that's right. Okay, Shubham, this is right. Okay, good. Now I am going to pick one person, and that person will unmute and summarize the experiment for us. So let me pick up one person. Okay, who is KM? Okay, Parth Thakur. Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, sir.
Now, what do you feel that can channel length modulation be completely avoided? Parth, you are on mute.
No, sir.
So, if it cannot be avoided, do you feel that there has to be a method where, or there has to be a circuit which should deal with it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in your opinion, if you want to if you want to get rid of the effect of channel length modulation, which circuit would you use? Basic current source or cascade current source?
Cascode current source.
Cascade current source. Okay. Okay. My another question is that if you want high voltage swing, will you use basic current source or cascade current source?
No, sir.
Okay, so this question was tricky. Okay, Parth, you can mute yourself. So this last question was very important. That is, if you want high voltage swings, then you have to go for basic current source. You cannot use cascade current source. The reason for that is that the voltage headroom in case of cascade current source is less, and in case of basic current source it is more. That is because you can see that there are two voltage drops across M3 and M6 and supply voltage. So the difference between supply and the if you subtract two device voltages, that is VDS3 and VDS6 from VDD, the voltage left will be lesser. Whereas if you subtract only one VDS out of 5 volts, the difference would be more. So that is basically the voltage headroom. Another analogy is, let us say that you all are now standing on the floor, and if you try to jump, probably you will not hit the ceiling because the ceiling is pretty far away from the floor. And even if you try to jump, at the most probably you will touch the fan or something like that, but you will definitely not hit the ceiling if you try to jump in your house. So your floor is like your ground and your ceiling is like your VDD. So you can jump between these two levels. Now if you stand on the table and if you try to jump, there is a possibility that you will hit the ceiling and break your head. So if you try to increase the reference from ground to something else, then there is a possibility that you might touch the maximum limit. And that is the reason why when we want large voltage swings, we go for basic current mirrors and we do not prefer cascade current mirrors. But if we want to use basic current mirrors, then we cannot handle channel length modulation very easily. That is why now what we do is we try to keep channel lengths bigger. We try to keep the channel lengths bigger. But like I told you that changing the length to a bigger value is highly undesirable because it will the transistor that you make will consume lot of area. So these are basically the trade-offs in analog circuit design, and somehow we have to live with it. So we have to decide whether we want high voltage swing, less area, and what not. So based on that we will pick up a current source. So I will not say that basic current mirror is bad. It can be used when you want high voltage swings, but you have to deal with channel length modulation by increasing the size of the transistor. Whereas if you want to make smaller transistors, then CLM will come into the picture, and somehow you cannot use bigger transistors. So in that case, you can go for cascading, but cascading will reduce the voltage headroom, that is the amount of voltage swing. So when voltage swing is not of that much concern, we can go for cascade current mirrors. But if voltage swing is a primary parameter, you want high voltage swings, then we have to restrict ourselves to basic current mirrors only and do away with high area. So that is basically the findings of this experiment. So I am done from my side. If there are any doubts, you can unmute yourself and ask.